Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, with the most talked about man in town right now, Mr. Alex Gibney. What a week it's been for you. We're here at the Sinatra premiere. Number one, this is going to be incredible. We see the complicated man that is Frank Sinatra, warts and all. Talk to me about first telling this story, having the family involved, but then I want to get into what everybody's talking about right now.
Well, this was a great opportunity. It was the legendary producer Frank Marshall, with whom I'd worked on the Lance Armstrong film, who convinced me to do this story, and he was absolutely right. I mean, Sinatra's story, it's his 100th birthday this year, is the story of America in many ways. So I was just thrilled to be able to do it.
One of the things, when we look at Frank Sinatra, we're talking about arguably the most legendary entertainer of all time, but he was a complicated guy, a lot of layers, both bad and good. Talk to me about bringing those layers to life through this.
I think it was all about embracing the contradictions of the man. And in the contradictions, you see a deep humanity, and that's what we all relate to.
When you have the family behind you, Tina's right there, and they're giving you footage that nobody else has seen. Talk to me about how much that aided the project and how much it added to the project.
There's no way we could have done the project this way without that precious, intimate material. These audio tapes of Frank Sinatra talking among friends and sometimes his family candidly about his own life. The film footage that had been rarely seen of his famous 1971 retirement concert, and the images of his childhood in Hoboken, which tells you a lot about the man, the guy who came across the river to the Big Apple, you know, later celebrated in the famous New York, New York. So it wouldn't have been able to be done without the family.
I'd mentioned at the top of this, you're the talk of the town. Going Clear came out of Sundance with a roar, but to see the reaction that it's gotten, it's still trending number 2 or number 3 on Twitter, and it's Tuesday and it debuted Sunday. Did you imagine it would get this type of reaction?
I hoped, but I had really no idea that it was going to get that, and it's been extraordinary. I mean, the reaction has been fantastic, and honestly, I think there's been a lot of pent-up curiosity about what goes on inside Scientology. But I think also Scientology has worked very hard to prevent films and articles from being shown or being written. And this was like an explosion. People could finally look and talk about it in ways that they seemingly weren't allowed to.
Another complicated situation with Scientology. When you started getting into that project, did it amaze you to see the stuff that has come out through this documentary?
It did amaze me, and it's shocking to see a religion that is so focused on vitriol and hatred and going after its enemies in what L. Ron Hubbard, the founder, called fair game. The idea that if you're a critic of the religion, it's fair game to go after you in any way, shape, or form. That was mind-blowing to me. And then the other thing, I found kind of staggering was, considering the amount of abuse we discovered, how some of these big celebrities like Tom Cruise, John Travolta, can stand by without even addressing those abuses in ways that I think is deeply unfortunate.